John again. Man, these take a long time to do. I try to do a lot of them at the same time so I spread them out. Anyway, back to urban fantasy and why I write that, especially mysteries. Now, I write urban fantasy to show how truth is relative. You know, a good mystery, a lot of times will do that. It'll show, the killer thinks that they're doing is right, man. You know, Professor Moriarty is really pissed off at Sherlock Holmes because he stops him from putting his hand in the cookie jar. Moriarty wants that cookie jar. Sherlock Holmes wants him to pay for it. That's a conflict. And it's one that's usually settled, not always in a pleasant way. In one of my books, The Final Solution, Sherlock Holmes takes his own life to stop Moriarty. He takes his own life. That's like our soldiers that go overseas to fight the Taliban and the people that destroyed that beautiful place in New York. Sometimes people make the great sacrifice so that others don't have to make it and experience the horror and terror of Twin Towers. My books, I have a lot of them where it's like that. And then I have some where the characters are evil to begin with. They're really fuck-ups. And they're doing a lot of things that are really bad for the world and for themselves. They could be a sorcerer. In one of my books, it's H.P. Lovecraft. They could be a vampire, a shapeshifter of some kind. Doesn't matter. But at some point they go, I could have had a V8. I should have had gumdrops instead of blood and throat and flesh and crunchy bones. A point of waking up is very valuable to us because it also shows us as a human being that life is not always linear. It goes back and forth, back and forth. There's many levels to it. And as we grow as human beings and souls, we learn that what we thought before may not be reality. And that the absolute truth, the world is flat, and you will die if you disagree with me. The world is the center of the universe, and we will hang you for a witch, Galileo. No, we don't want to think like that. It's limiting to ourselves and to everyone around us. There's countries in the world where girls and women, they can't grow up and have a profession and work like men do. They're not much more than baby factories. That's horrible. But those cultures go along with it. They continue the people in power. They allow them to continue in power. America was founded by a disagreement of religion. People moved here to get away from the oppression that they were experiencing in Britain. Britain's by no way means oppressive now. They've learned their lesson. But at the time they had not. And they tried to destroy the Americans. And the Americans rose up and fought them. Sometimes that has to happen. And I'm not preaching go out there and overthrow your government. I'm just saying educate yourself, learn. And reading is a great way of doing it. It's a fun way. You can get educated and entertained at the same time. And that's cool. I write urban fantasy to show how truth is relative. That an absolute truth requires more knowledge than most want to experience and have. And even absolute truth, there's layers to it. Yes, it's true when you're a baby, you're going to grow into a child. But when you're a child, you're going to grow into a teenager. Ah, no! Yeah, you do. And then you go through those years, and you can't wait to get to those years. I want my car. I want to date. I want to do drugs. I want to go around the world. And did I just say that? I didn't think all of those things, but I thought some of them, and I did some of them. But the point is, there's levels to what is an absolute truth. When you're a baby, the absolute truth is mommy and daddy are the world. When you're a child, the absolute truth is mommy and daddy are the world. And ice cream and cake and Cokes and playing, lots of playing. And when you're a teenager, selfies and other fun things I won't get into. But the absolute truth is relative, but there are levels of truth, and each level of truth frees you more and more and more.